There's a reason your autistic child avoids family conversations, and most parents get this completely wrong. But don't worry, I'll show you how to bridge that gap and help your child feel confident joining family conversations. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content like this. Now, let's discuss something many parents struggle with, helping their autistic child join in small talks during family time. Have you ever noticed your child sitting quietly at the dinner table, not joining in conversation, or even walking away when others are chatting? You're not alone, but why does this happen? And more importantly, how can we help? Stick with me because I'm breaking it all down step by step. First, we will explain why some autistic kids struggle with small talk. Here's the thing, small talk isn't as small for autistic kids as we think. It moves fast, it is unpredictable, and it requires several prerequisite skills like eye contact, quick responses, and picking up on nonverbal cues. For autistic kids, this can feel like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. Think about it. When somebody says, "How do you do?" Now, for most of us, that's just a polite greeting, right? But for a child with autism, it is confusing. Do they answer literally? Do they ask a question back? What does "how do you do" even mean? And let's not forget about the topic shifts. 1 minute, someone is talking about a movie they just watched, and the next thing, they're talking about tomorrow's weather. To an autistic child, that kind of jump can feel completely random, like a conversation without a clear path. Have you ever used the figure of speech, "I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant"? It sounds funny, right? Well, not to an autistic child. They may take it literally and wonder, why would somebody eat an elephant? Is that even possible? This can lead to confusion, frustration, or even shutting down. So what can parents do to help? Let's get into it. And hey, before I dive into these 5 game-changing strategies, make sure to hit the like button if you find this helpful so more parents can see it too. Now, let's dive in 5 ways to help your autistic child engage in small talk. Number 1, teach response to greetings. The foundations of any conversation starts with a greeting. A simple hi should be met with a hi back or even a wave. When I start working with a young client, the first target to work on in the communication area is responding to greetings from another person, whether that's an adult or a peer. If the kid never responds to a greeting, we can use physical prompt. Hand over hand, show them waving hand as an appropriate response to somebody saying hi to them. You can also position their body toward the person who is saying hi to them. If they make eye contact, acknowledge by saying, "Thank you for looking." So try practicing that at home. Wave to them when you walk into a room, say hi when they return from school, and gently encourage them to respond. It may seem small, but this step is huge. Number 2, use WH questions instead of open-ended questions like, "Tell me about your day." Try breaking it down into specific WH questions. What did you eat today? Who did you sit next to at lunch? Where did you go for recess? Open-ended questions can feel overwhelming to an autistic child as it requires the child to recall events and put the event together. Some might be able to do it, some might find it incredibly hard. When I work with clients, recalling events is usually a separate skill to teach. As for small talk, since our goal is to get kids to respond to the questions, we'll start with teaching them to answer specific questions like WH questions. This will make conversations easier to follow. And remember, give them time to process before expecting a response. Speaking of time, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out my other videos on how to improve communication skills for autistic kids. Number 3, start small and build up. Conversations don't have to last 10 minutes with your kid. Start with just 1 round of back and forth. For example, you say, "How are you today?" Your child responds, "I'm good." That is considered 1 round of back and forth conversation, or you can call it reciprocal conversation. As they improve, you want to increase the number of rounds so the conversation is maintained longer. So you can teach them to ask the questions back And this will require them to practice initiating WH questions. For example, you say, "What's your favorite color?" Your child responds, "Yellow." "How about you?" Then you will respond and ask them a question. Number 4, use visual aids and conversation scripts. Many autistic kids process information better visually than verbally, so why not use conversation cards or picture prompts? For example, if you're talking about school, show them a classroom picture while discussing it. It helps them stay on topic and reduces anxiety. Again, recalling events and information is a skill that can be challenging for kids on the spectrum. Using visual or textual prompts is a way to help them recollect and organize their memories. And for those extra tricky moments, scripts work wonders. A simple one like a child says, "How are you?" The other person says, "I'm good, and you?" And the child will respond, "I'm good too." Repeating these scripts over time helps them build confidence and fluency in social settings. Number 5, teach social cues. Nonverbal communication isn't always obvious, so we have to teach it. For example, if somebody leans in and smiles, they are interested in the conversation. If they look at their watch or yawn, they might be tired or bored. Kids need to learn these nonverbal cues so they know how to respond properly in different situations. And by role-playing scenarios, which include those common nonverbal cues, we can help autistic kids recognize them and respond appropriately. Now, if you take away one thing from this video, let it be this: be patient. Your child isn't ignoring you, they are learning. Small talk isn't natural for them, but every tiny step counts. Even if it's just making eye contact or responding with a single word, it's still conversation. Encourage, celebrate, and most importantly, never pressure them. When communication feels safe and enjoyable, progress happens. If you are a parent feeling discouraged, these are my final words for you. I know it can be hard. There will be days when your child doesn't respond, and it feels like you are making no progress at all. But trust me, progress is happening even if you don't see it immediately. Keep creating opportunities for small talk, keep giving them time to respond, and above all, keep showing up for them. My name is Ha, and I am a behavior analyst for autistic children. I have had the privilege of helping countless families transform their children's behaviors, and I want to help you too. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.